What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video. Today we have more beneficial SCPs from the Exploring series. Now you guys, after I dropped the first beneficial SCPs reaction, you guys wanted me to do the sequel. Obviously Exploring series done a part 2 where he talks about more beneficial SCPs. So yeah, I'm excited to learn more about the beneficial ones. Like I said, man, we do a lot of the fucked up ones, like a lot of them. Like, I mean, whether it's the old man or the lizard or the statue, all of them, it's just fucked up, you know what I mean? It's nice to have some more wholesome SCPs, even though, you know, there's always some more wholesome SCPs in this, you know, mainly messed up universe, right? I like the last video because it did highlight a lot of SCPs we haven't actually covered before, and I'm gonna assume this video will do the same. But if you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We upload every single day, so yeah, be sure to subscribe. Also, you can follow me on Twitch. I do stream during the week, so be sure to go check that one out. And yeah, join Discord for all the updates and stuff like that. But yeah, let's get into this video.
More beneficial SCPs. As this series has continued, we've seen more and more horrific, dangerous, and disturbing anomalies, including plenty that threaten humanity's entire existence. A casual fan of SCP could easily be mistaken in assuming that's all that comprises the SCP universe. But that is not the case, as there are a good handful that are practically entirely beneficial to mankind. I've already covered a number of these in my previous video, beneficial SCPs, but there are still plenty left to look at. Again, I won't be looking at any SCPs that could potentially be beneficial, but might also be harmful, instead focusing on ones that are entirely useful. I'll actually be looking at a few anomalous humanoids this time, but let's first check out some more beneficial objects. SCP-458 is a large-sized Little Caesars brand pizza box that, when opened with human hands, always contains the holder's subconsciously chosen preferred choice of pizza, including their favorite sauce, cheese, crust, and toppings.
That is very beneficial. I want this. Is there a limit on how many times I could use it?
It is capable of making Little Caesars brand pizza, if that's the holder's choice. It is not limited to this, and can create pizzas from any chain restaurant, as well as local restaurants, and even homemade.
Fire.
There's nothing wrong whatsoever with the pizza produced, and there's no sneaky gimmicks associated with 458, so it's currently freely available for use in one of the Foundation's cafeterias. Continuing the line of infinite consumables, SCP-109 is a standard issue US Army canteen filled with water. No matter how much water is poured out of the canteen, it remains full of water.
Wow.
The water is described as very tasty, provides increased energy and an improved complexion after bathing in it, and seems to cure mundane infections after consumption. It's not especially special water, but there's an infinite amount of it.
Elixir of life. It can replenish our oceans, ladies and gentlemen. It can do a lot of things. This flask of water, I mean, these two, very, very beneficial. The first two, pizza. Hey, man. I mean, as long as you don't eat too much of it and you get obese, you know what I mean? But, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that pizza box. I'd take it. And this too, definitely quality SCPs right there.
We're veering into D&D magic item territory, though, so let's move on. SCP-124 is a small plot of soil.
Wait, didn't he say the water tastes not delicious, bro? I don't know any water that tastes delicious, dude. Water just tastes like water. I wouldn't describe it as specifically delicious, you know?
Capable of growing any biological organism planted in it to its full potential in a short amount of time. The organism doesn't require any external nutrients or other resources, including water, light, or pesticide. Food grown in 124 is reportedly of high quality, taste, and nutrition. It was recovered from a basement in Detroit when it was discovered that 2 teenagers were using it to grow large amounts of marijuana.
Of course they were, dude. What else would they use the goddamn thing for? Of course. I knew. I just had a feeling that was coming, dude.
Among the experiments, the plants grew quickly and within parameters expected using 124, but planting other organisms got a little interesting. A small Labrador Retriever puppy was planted, resulting in a fully grown Labrador Retriever in peak condition, now owned by a Foundation doctor.
Wait, what?
A human fetus was planted.
Wait, they planted a puppy and it grew Like, what? How does it grow instantly or some shit? Like, was it dead? Like, how can you plant a puppy? The fuck?
Resulting in the deaths of 6 personnel before the subject was terminated.
Oof.
While this would generally be the end of testing, they went on to plant a fly larva.
Okay, I lied a little. This part isn't entirely beneficial, but they shouldn't have done that. Fair enough. I don't know why you're planting babies, dude.
Which apparently resulted in some pretty bad times, with the level 5 lockdown initiated.
God damn it, boys.
Blending an anomalous object with an anomalous humanoid is SCP-3970, a former elementary school building. The building, or the entity that can control the building, is fully sapient, with the intelligence of an average 7-year-old. 3970 can sense even small amounts of pressure applied to any part of the building, and can also detect any heat levels within it, allowing it to basically see and feel. It can communicate by rearranging chalk dust on any blackboard present in the building.
That's creepy, dude.
And can read anything written on said blackboard. As for controlling the building, SCP-3970 can move floor and ceiling tiles, reconfigure electrical wires and piping, move walls, remove or relocate doors, and activate fire suppressant systems.
Nah.
The building was a functioning elementary school for quite some time, until—
That's fucked up, dude. That's fucked up. That kid is tied to the building, right? Oh, fucking hell. That gave me some chills.
The Foundation came in and had to use it as a temporary containment site for another SCP. Whatever that SCP was, the containment of it seemed to result in 3970's creation. After a number of missing person reports after the Foundation left, they came back to check it out, finding a new brick wall placed in the building. Demolishing the wall, they found the bodies of the 7 missing people, along with a normal magic 8-ball. 3970 wrote a message on one of the blackboards reading, "Please don't hurt me." During initial communication with 3970, it says that it killed those people because it's just trying to help the Foundation. Rather than containing 3970 and forgetting about it, they instead brought in some tutors and continued to teach it, resulting in 3970 greatly improving in its writing. Eventually, the building of 3970 was greatly expanded, resulting in the entity fully controlling a Foundation containment facility. The entity displays an intense desire to aid the Foundation, but expresses a lot of anxiety about containing anomalous objects, so it's not usually told that the objects are actually anomalous.
I mean,
overall, the Foundation considers the project a big success.
So this building killed like 7 people, though. Or are we forgetting this? Like, it trapped them inside. Nah.
SCP-208 is a short, stout man of Egyptian heritage, covered in a great deal of hair. He is capable of inducing rapid cellular regeneration and reconfiguration within organic life forms, resulting in healing most physical ailments. He accomplishes this through the release of a unique form of radiation, which occurs in small doses naturally around him, but can be focused to increase the intensity. Those near 208 report feelings of wellness and ease, making him popular among Foundation personnel, especially since 208 is jovial and friendly. He also possesses the ability of seemingly warding off ill intent, meaning that any malicious individuals feel extreme unease in his presence and attempt to flee. 208 was found in Egypt during a search for an unrelated SCP, after a foot was found sticking out of the Nile River, connected to a block of granite. 208 was found alive inside of the stone. Of course, 208 is connected to an ancient Egyptian deity, Bes, who is worshipped as a protector of households and as a god of the good things in life, including music, dance, sex, and drinking.
Don't know if drinking is a good thing in life, ladies and gentlemen. Don't know if that classifies as a good thing in life. Personally, I don't drink alcohol. That's a lie. I don't drink alcohol very often, only on special occasions. And if I'm tired of every other drink on offer, I've had like too much fizzy drink or Coke or whatever that month or something, and I just want to have something different maybe. But I don't drink alcohol very often. I don't like it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't consider that good things in life. The Egyptians, though, they're some weird dudes, bro. Like, let's not. What is this? Like, goddamn.
Bes was among the most popular of the Egyptian deities,
of course,
with many having images of him around their homes for protection, and dancers and servant girls having tattoos of Bes on their thighs.
Really?
Naturally, SCP-2...
There was tattoos back in the day? Well, I remember in The Mummy, like, the woman had, like, drawings on her, but I don't know if they were specifically tattooed, you know?
Wait has become known by most Foundation staff as Bess, and he has taken the position of an assistant in the medical wing of a site. SCP-500 pills were shown to be a much more effective cure than 208's abilities, but Bess commented that he tells better jokes. Another humanoid with some healing properties is
ain't no pill telling you a joke, dude.
SCP-1338, a male entity resembling a child.
Oh, for fuck's
1338 can use plant matter to create healing substances, although they only work well within his presence. These healing properties aren't too impressive, mostly curing headaches, upset stomachs, or shallow cuts, but they have been shown to heal broken bones overnight.
Those three things that he said, man, upset stomach, shallow cuts, and headaches, those aren't things to be... Those are very annoying. They might be little ailments, but they're very annoying. Luckily, personally, I don't get headaches very often. Upset stomachs, bro, I don't really get that very often either, unless I eat something a bit crazy, like... And when I do, man, it's not good. That's what I'm going to say. Like, the cramps that I've had in my life, yo, dude, I'm not even going to get into that. That was the worst pain I've ever felt, man. And I've been kicked in the nuts a few times, but those stomach cramps were right up there. And the last one was minor cuts. Like, minor cuts are annoying as well, you know what I mean? Like,
1338 was found in the Blue Ridge Mountains, but any attempts to transport him away from that place results in the rapid deterioration of his health until he is returned. So instead, a perimeter was set up around him. Although 1338 possesses the ability to heal human or animal ailments, it seems his primary concern is making substances that help plants grow, or to otherwise aid in communing with nature.
Hey man, are you useful right now?
He mentions having a mother and father that lived together, but his father was taken away by some men who wanted to sail across an ocean.
Oof.
Afterwards, his father was used to help them cross a new land. But he decided he didn't want to help them anymore, and ended up in the mountain. 1338 is trying to help heal his father, thus why he stays in the Blue Ridge Mountains.
The Blue Ridge Mountains.
Long story short, 1338 is the child of two trees.
Oh,
and his father was cut down to build a ship, used by colonists to sail to America.
What did I say?
His mother remains in England, and occasionally 1338 will visit her. But he mainly wants to heal his father so they can be reunited. Finally, we have SCP.
The Blue Ridge Mountains. I mean, the Blue Ridge Mountains are in the USA, so it's a bit of a sticky one. I'm not too sure how that works. He said they wanted to sail over to the US, did they not? Or maybe I wasn't listening properly, but that's a bit fucked up, dude. His dad is a tree and his mum is a tree. How are they in different continents? The fuck, dude? How did they make this kid? I mean, he'd be useful in today's climate, you know, deforestation and stuff. I mean, he could do a job if he's fixing up the trees. I have had this dude suggested. I will probably react to him. What's he like? It's titled like someone to watch over us or some shit. He's in my watch later.
4999, a humanoid resembling a middle-aged man wearing a dark suit. 4999 is uncontained by the Foundation, as he only appears before one person at a time around the world, and disappears shortly after. All subjects that 4999 appears before are either in terminally poor health, critically injured, or otherwise on their deathbed.
He's an angel.
4999 will only appear if they are conscious and alone, and only shortly before their death.
Ah, shit.
Once appearing, 4999 will stand or sit next to the subject, remove a pack of cigarettes from its jacket pocket, and offer one to the subject.
I don't smoke, fella.
If they accept, 4999 will place one in the subject's mouth and light it. Otherwise, it will just light one for itself. Typically, the entity will then hold the subject's hand, or rest a hand on their shoulder, until they pass away. 4999 will then disappear. So far, identified subjects that were visited by 4999 share a number of common attributes, meaning that the entity is much more likely to appear if the subject lives alone, is non-religious, is impoverished or homeless, displays a history of mental illness, or is a military veteran.
Makes sense.
Also, if the subject has no criminal record, has no currently surviving family, is unmarried or lacks any significant other, has little to no social standing in their community, has no record of any significant professional or personal accomplishments, or has few to no interpersonal relationship.
Makes sense. Quite a wholesome one, you know. He appears to people who have no one there with them at the end, I guess. Which is very nice, I guess. No one wants to die alone. And this guy just appears. Kind of creepy, though. If a random dude just appears and offers you a cigarette when you're dying, I'd be kind of worried, you know?
In other words, if a subject possesses qualities or a life history that have rendered them nondescript, anonymous, neglected, or otherwise unremarkable by social standards,
just a regular dude.
4999 is far more likely to appear as they die. 4999 became known to the Foundation after footage from hospital security cameras began spreading across the internet, and more footage of the entity has cropped up over the years. Writings and artistic depictions of a figure resembling 4999 have apparently existed for thousands of years, however, in some cases predating human civilization. While it's true some people have the privilege of passing away surrounded by friends and family, many do not, dying alone and without recognition. It's nice then that 4999 can appear before some of them and offer some comfort in their final moment. There are plenty more SCPs that can in some way be considered beneficial or helpful to the Foundation or the world at large, but I maintained a pretty strict set of criteria for these videos. I'm sure I didn't grab all of the ones that fit that criteria for these 2 videos, but the point is that they're out there, and that not all SCPs are unfeeling monsters, diseases, or other scary anomalies.
Yeah. No,
well, I can't promise there will ever be a
most of them.
third part of this little series. It's just nice to know that there are always some lights in any dark universe.
Maybe that's true. Maybe that is true. Not too sure the lights in Warhammer 40k are, you know what I mean? But we'll move on. No subject thus far has been seen to recoil from or otherwise resist the entity, nor have any attempted to engage it in conversation, despite multiple instances of subjects acknowledging the entity's presence via eye contact, adjusting posture to reciprocate or facilitate the entity's touch, breaking into tears when noticing its presence, or verbally thanking the entity when offered a cigarette. SCP-4999. He hit it nail on the head right at the end when he said, there's lights, there is some lights in a very net dark universe, you know what I mean? Because, the SCP universe, despite there being some beneficial SCPs, like, I would say a majority of them are pretty goddamn harmful, or, there's a lot more dangerous ones than beneficial ones for sure, you know what I mean? And I think that's just a reflection of what people like, it's way more creepy. The good guy is never as popular as the bad guy, I guess, in that sense, right? Yeah, man, definitely an interesting video. Most of those SCPs we have not covered before. We have not covered any of them before, actually, to my recollection. I've had a few of them requested, and I will get to them eventually, but yeah, that is the end of that video. No more beneficial SCP videos so far from the Exploring series. So, I'm sure he might make a third one if he can find enough to probably fit like a 10-15 minute video, and we will watch that if it does come out. But yeah, man, thank you all for watching this video. If you made it to the end, man, be sure to let me know which one of these is your favorite SCP, and yeah, I'll see you all in the next one.